Okay, welcome back one day more to our Pampanga community. Okay, right now I cannot remember where we are. I think we are still in the contact form. Let's see how is our website. Still slow today, my computer. Okay, so this is our website, the blogs. We don't have nothing here about us. It's the team members and the contact, how to find us. I think we are still doing this one. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. When we are still sending the message, we have already also validation. Okay, so this should be an email address. Then this will validate. This is a valid email address. And the message is required and nothing else. Okay. Then what else? So if I try to submit, this is required and this is required, but still not yet a valid email address. Let's see if we try to use the hot reload and then blah blah blah. This already also still validating by the browser. This message is from the browser. Is because when we add the text box, we set the type is email. So if we remove this one and then we can try to submit, still submitting, so maybe it's not getting. Let's try to full reload. Yeah, and now it's need full reload. Now this one is validated by the validator. See, it's not a valid email address. This is because here we put this one. Why I did this action here? Because when we go into the API and the API receive the data, the API also will validate this form. Okay, so if somebody tried to send to the API directly the request using JavaScript or any other browser, if this is not correctly, then the API will refuse. Okay, always need to validate first in the API and then later in the other side. Okay, we don't have the use case about do this one. We're going to implement the use case for send the email. Okay, first, what we can do, or what I will do now, is separate the logic, the business logic, from the API. Okay, so right now I still inserting the logic inside here, inside of the API directly. This is not good practice. It's much better if we use other layer for all the business rules. Okay, so I'm going to create here a new project, and this project is a class library. Okay, also you can search here class library project. Okay, and you have a lot different types of class library. We need the normal class library. It's only a .NET class library. Razor class library is for create Razor components only for Razor pages. This is using Visual Basic. This is a class library for components about Windows Presentation Foundation, in C#, in Visual Basic, a class library to use in NetMaui. But NetMaui really also can still use in my normal class library, so really I don't know why this is here. Maybe because it's more standard, because if you see, it's still the same, Mac, Windows, Linux, Android, so it's still the same. Specify Android class library using Net Android or any else. No, then I will use the normal class library, and I will call this project like Pampanga community website that entities, and then I will start to separate the entities will be shared between the API and the client in this project, because right now we are using the class. If I but not remember, we define the class here in the client. Okay, but really these classes should be outside of this project, for we can still share it with other possible projects we'll use. So I'm going to create, I'm going to delete this class first. I don't need it. Also, I'm going to remove the new label, because I don't like the advice about, hey, this variable can be a new variable, blah, 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 blah. So now here, I'm going to call this one models. And then I will move this file into here. For now, only copy. Okay. Then control that, and then you can use change namespace to match the folder structure. Then now the namespace is updated. Okay. Then the first I need to do is this project should be have a reference here and also reference here, but in this project I will reference other project later for the use cases, and the use cases is who will have the reference to this one, so this will inherit from the other. But here in the Pampanga community client, I think I already can set the dependency about this project, because I will use. So arrest to here, okay, drop here, and now this project have a dependency from this other project. Okay, then now I can delete this file without trouble. Delete the file. Now where I am using this file, I am using here in the client, I am using in in the contact us, right? In the view model, okay? In the models, in the view model, here, okay? So I need to use the reference control that, use Pampanga community entity models, and remove this other because no needed. Okay, and then maybe in the view. The view don't have troubles, so all good. Okay, so now I already have this one outside of my project. And now the API is still giving me the error, this error, okay? I can do the control that and get the model because, remind, Pampanga community have a dependency from the client and then inherit the entities, okay? Then control that and get the model. Remove this one because no needed. Okay, so right now, this is a shared file. All that I'm going to create here is my abstractions. I'm going to create a folder with interfaces, and then I'm going to create other folder for my contact only contact, okay? And then inside here I'm going to create first this endpoint still receiving this data. This data is my input data, okay? It's the data I need for do something. So this is called input port. I will create interface is send contact. Oh well, wait, the folder I'm going to call like the use case, send contact message. Okay, then my interface is send contact message input port. This must be public, okay? I will share outside of my project. And then what this will do, if you see in our old endpoint, we only will to send. We no need to return nothing. Also, usually the input ports don't send nothing to back, so they only receive data, and some other process the data and return the data from other way. But sometimes if the same data I will process is the same data I will to return, then maybe you can put a return action here, but it's not common. The best way is always other will return data, and this is what we will do today. Okay, we're going to do like this or this way. So here I'm going to execute only a task, and I'm going to handle what I'm going to handle. I'm going to handle this data. This data I still receiving, okay? That's all. This is my interface for receive the data. Now I'm going to prepare the interface to return what happened, okay? For example, wait. Here we are not returning nothing, so yeah, nah, not going to complicate more. Okay, then I only receive data and no return nothing, so this is already finished. Now I'm going to create other class library. And I will call this class library like Pampanga Community website that how can I call this one? This business logic. Only business. Business logic. Okay, so in this project, I'm going to manage the how to call that? I'm going to manage what my application will do. Okay, here is where I'm going to manage all the data and all the things I will receive from my web API sending from the client. Okay, so here is where we really have the code will do something. First, I'm going to create a folder with use cases. And in this folder, I'm going to create other folder and I will call send a contact message. Okay, because here I'm going to add all the relative code I needed for send the message. Okay, so first I will create my interactor. Who is the interactor? Interactor is who will handle the request. Okay, so this is send contact message interactor. I forgot what I need is I need this interface. Okay, so I'm going to get the dependency inside this project. I can do with add project reference and then select my entities, and or I can drop this one into here like I did before. Okay, this class I don't need to still sharing outside of my assembly, okay, outside of my project, so can keep like an internal class. This class will implement send contact message input port. Okay, why? Because this class is who will receive the data, so I am the input port. I'm going to implement the interface, control that, and then you can see this one, or right click, quick actions to refactor and implement interface. Okay, so now I need to create something to handle this data. For now, I'm going to only return no, I'm going to await task delay, and we delay for 3 seconds. Okay, then now in my API I can still using this abstraction. Okay, or not, I'm not going to use this abstraction. I'm going to put here other abstraction to simulate like a controller. Okay, for I can use here and return directly what I need. Okay, so here I'm going to create my send contact message controller. Who is the controller? The controller is who interact between the request and the response. Okay, so this should be public, and then what will return this one? I want to return this action, the results. Okay, so here I can set I want you return a result. Yes, in result. But if I put results here, I need to add something I don't like to add. Because this these entities remain shared also with the client. I cannot insert here nothing relative to the web API, so I cannot return a results. But maybe I can return a result. Let's see if I can put here result with our trouble. Result. That's the result, and here, but I'm going to call send message. And what I'm going to receive? I'm going to receive this data, because this data is what I need to send later to the interactor. Okay, to the input port. See, I cannot use result here also, because I need the Microsoft ASP.NET Core HTTP results. Where do you live? Do you live in Microsoft ASP.NET Core? Let me see if I have this one here. I don't have. But maybe I can add this package here without problem. Let's see. I cannot. I cannot use the result. Okay, so nothing. This will now return nothing. But I want. Okay. No need this class. If I will do like I'm going to do now, no need this class. Okay, so I can use this class or this interface here. Okay, then this is my input port. Going to broken here, and then I can move this kind of action into the interactor, and then here I can set away input port, handle, and handle my data. Okay, then really imagine if you have a load code here, you don't have nothing, you only have this action. If you need to return data, then you put this one inside here, and then this should be still returning some data. Or you can return results directly, but this is, I told you already, we must be to use other entities exclusive for the backend, and then I can add namespaces is only for the backend in this other entity. Okay, but now I am only using one entities shared between the front end and the backend. Then really all this one should be not here. Okay, I'm going to move. I don't like here because the front end no need this interface also. So I'm going to get these interfaces and I will move inside my business logic right now. Okay. So now in this business logic, I can still adding the necessary things for the API. Okay, so we will refactor this one now. I'm going to put my business logic here in my API. See, and now this is already okay, but this should be renamed. Okay. Okay. Then going to create again my controller. Okay. Or wait. First I need to add here the necessary for I can still returning my results. How can I do this one? Here I'm going to add an item group. And then I'm going to put framework reference. I'm going to include the Microsoft that ASP netcore that wait because I cannot remember correctly. Let me double check the name. Wait a second, I am looking for the name in the documentation. Reference. ASP netcore app until there. I have my doubts if it's app or web. Okay, with this action now here in this project, I have access to netcore app and I accept ASP netcore app. ASP netcore app is give me the possibility to use anything like a web API. Okay, so now I can create my interface like my controller is send message, send contact message controller. Then this controller, what I want to do, I want to return a task, will return a results. Okay, see here now I can use results, and then here is send message from contact. What is my contact form data, like data. This is a e-result. Sorry, I will to return a e-result. Okay, and that's all. Then now I will use this class directly in my web API. Why the things for the web API is closed? Okay, here I don't like that. I want to use the controller. And then this is more plain now because I can remove all and I can set this will to return await my controller that send message, and I will send the data. See, this is a full minimal API right now. You only need a controller, and then this controller should be return a e-result. E-result encapsulate the result for to send. Okay, then who will do this job? Here in my send message, in my use case, I need to implement my controller. So send message controller. This can be internal because it's who do the job, and then nobody can still using from outside of my assembly. So here is send a contact message controller, and then I mistake here is send message controller. I know send no. I send contact message controller. Okay, and then this will implement my interface. What need to do? Only need to return a result, but it has a dependency from who? From the input port. I need the input port for I can do the job. Well, no me. Who do the job is the interactor, is the input port. Okay, so I need here my input port. Okay, and then here I'm going to do like a try catch, because if I put the try catch here, really I need a presenter. Okay, now try catch. Okay, nothing. Here only going to do wait my input port that handle, and then what I will handle the data. If all is okay, I'm going to return my results. Okay, that's all. Only okay. If you see, this is what we have before in the API. Also, this kind of thing we can still moving to other component is the output port and the presenter. Okay, the presenter implement the output port, but I'm going to do this one later in some other in our project. Okay, so for now only like that. Okay, so I still implementing something here, I still implementing something here, so I need to prepare the system for can register these things in my dependency container. Okay, so I'm going to create a new class here, and I will call dependency container. This is public because I need to show outside of me, and then this also will be static because I'm going to create an extension method. Okay, what method I will to extend? I will to extend the method for this action, builder services, for add scope. I will extend this method, the web application builder. Okay, so sorry, so I need a public static service collection. Okay, and then I'm going to use here my add use cases, and then I'm going to extend my service collection. The first, I'm going to return services for can be incadenated, and then now I'm going to register the services I still implementing. Okay, so services that add scope, my send contact message input port is implemented in my send contact message interactor, and then services that add scope send contact message controller is implemented in the send contact message controller. Okay, and now I need to use this one in the API. When I still register in the services, if you see here, I still register in something. This later we're going to remove from here. We're going to still cleaning all this one. Okay. So here I'm going to do my builder that services that, oh wait, I forgot something. This one, I'm going to change the namespace to use this namespace, and then I don't need to still doing any using when I'm going to use. Then now I can do the add use cases, see, directly. Okay, and now this API should be still working. We can try, but I think all is good in this time. So I said I think. This is only a simple using because the change about the namespace. Okay, now can compile. Here is our website, contact, and then something.com, blah blah blah, and blah blah blah. Then this should be the live 3 seconds if all is okay. going to show also for you can see I am right here in the network. In the network here should be show the call to our API. Okay, so submit, yeah, send contact, still waiting, and all good. If you see, all works like before. Same functionality, but the code is a little bit more clean. Okay, because right now we are not doing anything in the web API. We move all the code to the correspond layer, to my business logic layer.
Excuse me.
Yes. Oh.
Sergi, you showed me again web.
Estamos solos, habla en cristiano, no te preocupes.
Mostrame nuevamente, porfa, la parte web.
¿En qué quieres ver de la parte web?
No, el browser. Yo veo algo del mapa.
Espérate que la arranco otra vez. Dime. Dime, ¿qué quieres ver aquí?
Ya. Listo, ya puede proseguir. Quería ver la parte de arriba. ¿Le quedó muy bien?
Sí, bueno, más o menos. Aquí cogimos a ChatGPT y hicimos el logotipo.
Bueno, ya pueden.
Ok, bueno.
Gracias.
¿Qué te parece esta versión de este controlador? ¿Qué te parece esta versión del controlador? Simple, ¿verdad?
Pues sí, está mucho más resumido, pues no tantas cosas.
Bueno, y realmente se podría poner un presentador y demás, pero bueno. Bueno, okay, so anyway, we finished for today. This is the refactor I want to do today, and then next day I'm going to implement the full use case about how to send the email using a fake service. See you next Wednesday. Stop recording.